Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Topics with me, where today we're going to be talking about something just a little bit different. Now, as you guys know, I'm having a little bit of trouble with Apple right now, but of course I'm going to push that aside. We're going to talk about the actual topic for today's video, and in a future episode I will further exaggerate and kind of like, you know what, after the intro starts I'll explain. Roll it.
My name is Derek Amount, and I am proud to be. I'm in another town with my family, and so I found a place where everyone will be. Let's talk discreetly. This is Topics with me.
Well, now I've had those 20 seconds to figure out what I was gonna say, look forward to the Apple review video. I can't tell you what the product is, but you can probably guess. If you wanted to put it in the comments down below, you can do that, and also put questions down in the comments below, because as of the making of this video, I'm working on Ask Us Q&A, which is going to be a really good episode this week. We have Doke, we have me. I think someone else might come in. Super duper. Oh, that corona cough. So, let's get started with today's topic. This is a topic that I've been wanting to do for about 3 weeks now, and it involves the dispute over what happened with the government and the TikToks and all that stuff, okay? Because it's like a story. It's like a, what is it called? A once upon a time story. So that's how I'm gonna explain this. So, once upon a time, there was a man. He was very orange. He had orange hair, an orange outlook on life, you know, the orange light right before you get to the red. So basically, that man did not like a certain country. And it rhymes with China, okay? China, with a T. You guys can guess that for yourself. He didn't like this China, and he became president. He went through the presidential suites and all this stuff to become president and everything after years worth of being rich and having his own hotel and all this type of cheekery. Now, he was an advocate for not having immigrants come into the country at first, but then he moved on to trades with China. So he for years has said that China production and industry is not high quality, and I have to personally disagree with that, because you've seen the stuff that is made from China. It's both good and bad. So let's push that aside. Let's push away my bias. So earlier this year, he was having a dispute over, you know, China's association with the current pandemic happening, and he was looking to punish China. So that punishment of China led to a revolt against their popular social media network, TikTok. Now, this TikTok had already gained some tractions from years and years of Vine stars starring in the Vines that moved either over to YouTube or Musical.ly, or what was newly owned by Musical.ly, TikTok, or ByteDance, the one who owns it in China. It's a whole thing. Go search it up, okay? It's on Wikipedia. But that little tree that probably could have been solved with a few professional meetings internationally by Zoom quickly went over the horizon, because, of course, the government then started seizing companies in the US over privacy laws, because TikTok was claimed to be a privacy hog, gaining information about clipboard data, pictures, videos, types of stuff that you put in your account information, and using that for ad marketing. And the US companies were actually audited. There was Google, there was Apple, there was Facebook, there was Microsoft. All those companies were just like marginalized in front of the government and told questions that would make even the president himself like riled up or like worried in some type of way. Which the president was asked the question, why was he lying after all this time? What was the reason? And he didn't answer it according to detail. There's a story about that just came out today. That's pretty similar to what we're talking about here. But the companies were just looked at under a microscope about their privacy laws. And Apple specifically was asked about their App Store and how they police third parties. And the government knows how they use the 30% marketing for anyone that's doing any in-app purchases in the App Store. So if you're paying $4.99 for an app, Apple gets 30% of that, and the actual company gets like $3.50, not including tax. So they were audited. A week or two passes by, and Fortnite, this popular game that I've talked about 6,000 times in this channel, has an update. And this update is for Google and Android. Android, which is owned by Google, and iOS. Now, iOS users, at least in the ecosystem, have to have the apps run in through the Apple Store. They can't have it sideloaded. That's illegal. That's against their contracts of services and the terms and conditions. But Android people, I was once an Android person. They can actually sideload apps from the official site, or even just a knockoff site. Even though it's legal, even if it's blah 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 blah, they can load it off because Google has rules and stuff like that that kind of bypass that. So Apple and Google were kind of put under the microscope when they banned the company for putting in direct payments through V-Bucks, through their system, through the update. And it started a wild storm of reactions. Now, because Google and Apple banned them because they both had 30% cuts of whatever was going on through the App Store, now they banned them. They said they were like doing bad business. They weren't adhering to the rules and the terms of service. And right that afternoon that they got banned, they released a parody ad about how they should free Fortnite on the platforms, all of the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. They also sued Google and Apple as soon as that afternoon, and they also riled up some of the people that were fans of Fortnite to, revolt against having to pay that 30% or even having a reduction. Now you see, Apple is the one that's being watched more closely by the public because they've been thrown under the bus, the Fortnite bus, get it? And they have been watched more closely by the government because of their actual stuff with their anti-bullying in their app store. They were actually audited by that. If you look at the whole 2-hour long interview, I think it was 5. Just look at an excerpt from it and see what Apple's CEO has to say, Tim Cook, and you'll see what's going on. And there's an ongoing lawsuit about how to handle all of the developers, transactions in the future when it comes to the App Store and also the Google Play Store because they got sued too. And of course, I don't think Fortnite's gonna win because Fortnite or Epic Games is the one who's doing all this, and they are actually adhering to they're not adhering to the terms of services, which is actually making Apple revolt against them. So they're not going to win this thing in court because they're the ones that agreed to it. So they're just hoping that there's going to be a revolt against developers, whether it's Google, whether it's a small-time developer like DoorDash, or those ones that you have to do the in-app purchases. And, Facebook is already angry. They don't want to pull anything from Apple, but it seems like it's going to go that way. I'm interested to see how it's going to go. I will send out social media updates, and when this topic does end in the future topics with me, I will talk about it. Apart from that, crazy stuff going on. TikTok ban is still getting, pushed underway to normal consumers. It already has been set for government officials and their actual devices. And apart from that, I'm not a TikToker. I mean, I've done TikTok in the past, and I did do a little bit while we were in Kenya, but I don't consider myself as needing TikTok for a platform. I've always been doing YouTube, and I always will be doing YouTube. This is a crazy world. It all probably started with COPPA from last year. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and check out the Ask Us Q&A video coming up later this week. I will see you guys when I see you guys once again for the second time this video. Yes, this is a crazy world. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye, okay? Oh, and don't forget, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Okay?